Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. This is about the Kingston HyperX cloud headset. This is the first revision of the cloud headsets, the one that does 2.0 sound, not the second revision that does the 7.1 surround sound. I figured I would make another quick product review because I got a lot of great feedback on my mouse review, and I really appreciate all the comments you guys left. So let me jump right in. So one thing I really like about this headset is the build quality. The entire frame of it, all of these black pieces you see here, this black frame, all of this is metal actually. So it actually really gives it a really solid feel and a really high quality feel as well. So the band, that part that actually sits in your head, is leather, and it's also it's just a foam, and it feels really nice. It's not too heavy. It could be a little lighter, I have to say, but it's not noticeably heavy on your head after a couple hours of gaming, so I have to give it props for that. The stitching and just the leather work just feels really nice. It's very high quality. I think that's the first thing you'll think of as soon as you open the box, is just how high quality it really feels. The plastic parts, the white is all plastic, and I think that's okay. It cuts down on the weight, and also it's a nice feel to it. It's a higher quality plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. The leather ear pads are really soft. I think they're memory foam, and they are a little warm at times if you're playing in a warmer environment, but the leather and memory foam are really comfortable, and it feels really nice in your head. The one thing that I can point out right away is that the cords are like hanging out of the frame, which is kind of odd. They can get snagged on things if you're putting it on and off your desk, so that's just something to be aware of. I don't think it's a big negative, but it's just something you should know about, I think. The microphone is actually really nice, and the one great thing about it is you can totally use this headset as a pair of headphones, because the microphone, if I can get it off, comes right off. It's pretty cool. So now you're left with a pair of headphones. And the sound quality is actually really good. I was really impressed and really surprised. It sounds very similar to my Sony MDR V6, which is a stereo model headset, and I really don't notice that much of a difference, to be honest. I would totally use these as a pair of headphones, just going back and forth to work every day. So that is a quick rundown of the headset itself. The cord it's a braided cord, and it feels really nice. It's a really high quality. It's not going to rip. It's not going to break. It's about 3.5 feet long, and it ends in 2 plugs, one for the sound and one for the microphone. And it comes with a lot of different accessories. So this accessory that I have plugged in now is the control box. This comes with a volume control on one side and a microphone on-off switch on the second side. And also it has a button here, which is you just press it. This is for when you have it hooked up to a phone. It'll play and pause music, and also answer calls or hang up calls. So just a nice thing to have. I keep it plugged in because I like the inline volume control. So if you plug that in, on the end of that you also get 2 prongs. Again, one for sound and one for the microphone. And what you can do is, because they give you a whole lot of different accessories, is plug in this splitter here. So if you plug these in, you also get a 1 plug. So this can go to like a PS4, an Xbox, or your phone. So it's just a cool thing that they include that, and you don't have to buy it separately. Other things that they include are a 2 sets of extension cables. So again, I mean, if you're plugging in the control box and you're using it strictly on your computer, you're going to have like 7.5 feet of cord, so you really don't need the extension, but it's just nice that they include that anyway. You also get a secondary set of ear pads. These are just like a velour fabric. They're a little bit lighter than leather. You can kind of see the detail there. So a little bit lighter, they'll be a little less warm on your ears. And it's just a matter of taste. If you like these, you can pop them on and swap out the leather. It's just a nice option to have. You also get a airplane plug. I haven't used this before, but again, it's just nice to have. So yeah, that's about it. Quick rundown again is just that it's really high quality. It's built really well. and the packaging is really nice. It's just kind of a weird thing to say, but if you guys buy it, you'll see that the packaging is they put a lot of thought into it, which I think really reflects on the product itself too. It's a really well-built headset that has really good sound quality, and does a good job also at noise canceling. So if you're in a loud area, you won't really hear a lot of outside sounds. I can't say the same about the mic. I know the mic picks up a lot of sound all around you in your environment, so that's something to be aware of. But I think that a positive of the mic is that it detaches, and you can use it as a regular headset. So there's some give and take here, but I think for the price, I think I bought it around $65 on Amazon. This is a really, really nice headset, and I'm really, really happy with it. So what I did was upgrade from the Logitech G930. So initially I was using this headset here. This is a wireless headset. It's rechargeable, it's USB rechargeable, it has a microphone that doesn't detach, but it has one. And there's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about this headset, and I'll touch on those really quickly. So basically, this one has an inline volume control, just like the HyperX Cloud. You have a mute button and just some function buttons that you can adjust in the Logitech software. That's where it plugs into charge. The microphone. The cool thing about this microphone actually is when you put it up, it mutes itself, which is cool. But other than that, there's not a lot of great things about this headset. You can hear the build quality when I move it around. I mean, you can hear the plastic creaking, and it's just like, it's not a great, well-built headset. Like, it's very plastic, a lot of plastic. There's some metal in the band, but the microphone is plastic, the ear cups are plastic. The leather is a little bit harder than the Cloud. And also the battery life doesn't last very long, which is one thing I don't really like about it. I kept having to plug it in, and if you're using your headset when it's plugged in, there's no point of having a wireless headset if you're always plugged in, so it kind of defeats the purpose. It is usable, don't get me wrong, it does last for a bunch of hours. I don't have an exact number off the top of my head, but there are many times where I was stopping to plug my headset in, or it would be constantly disconnecting. One of the big negatives of this headset is because it's wireless, it uses the same frequency as a lot of wireless routers. So if you're in an area that has a lot of wireless networks, you're going to get a lot of disconnecting issues. And also, one really weird thing is that if I'm using the microwave, it completely shuts out it completely turns off the headset. It must be a similar frequency thing where it blocks the signal to the headset. So just kind of something to notice or to be aware of. The only other settings you have here is just, this is where you turn it on and off. You press and hold to turn it on. And then you have a selection here between stereo sound and 7.1 surround sound. Because I play a lot of CSGO, I've noticed that in that game, the sound is really built around a 2.0 system, so it sounds much, much better if you're in 2.0 mode. In 7.1, I think the software does some weird things, and it just makes the sound very far away, and it's hard to hear footsteps. So I would always keep it on the 2.0 setting. So yeah, I mean, when I want a wireless headset, if I don't want the restriction of a cable, and if I'm sick of like running over the cable on my computer chair, I will flip over to this headset. This is a nice one. This is really, it is a nice headset. I mean, it's nice for a casual gamer who's, you're just gonna throw it on and play for a little while and take it off and walk around the room. That's definitely a nice thing to have. But when you're sitting down and you want to really hear things in game and you want to have a higher quality experience with a better sound quality, I would highly recommend the Cloud ones. I think the Cloud 2s are very, very similar, but I won't dive into those because I just haven't tested them yet. But I think you can't go wrong by buying the first revision of the Cloud headsets. So yeah, that is about it. Thanks for checking in on this review, and I hope you learned something. And if you did, please leave a comment and let me know how I can improve, or just give me any questions you might have, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.